Pipes are arguably one of the most legendary things to come out of the Mario franchise. Literally every game consists of a ton of them. So how hard would it actually be to beat a Mario game without entering a single pipe? Let's find out. We're gonna take a look at every mainline Mario game and see if it's actually possible to beat the game without going through a single pipe. So without further ado, let's go! Super Mario Bros. The first level of Super Mario Bros. Can actually be beaten really easily without going through a single pipe. The second level though? Uh-oh. I won't let this one count. I can't do anything against it. It's kind of like a cutscene. Also, the video needs to be longer than 2 seconds, so let's move on. We obviously can't go through the warp zone, so we have to play the game the normal way, I guess. Well, I can't skip that pipe either. So, not possible. Great start. Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels. We got almost the exact same scenario for Lost Levels as we did with Super Mario Bros. The first level is actually quite simple to beat and you don't have to enter a pipe. But the second level, the exact same situation. No matter which way you take, there is a pipe. So, not possible. Super Mario Bros. 2. Okay, this game is 100% possible without entering a pipe, cause it doesn't even include a single one. But that's kinda whack, right? But there's another way to look at the situation. There's these vases, and they kind of replace the pipes in this game. And let's be honest, if this game wouldn't have been Doki Doki Panic first, and only got remodeled with Mario characters, these things right here, they would have been pipes. You actually can beat almost the entire game without entering one though, but when we run into 6-1, we have to go through one to get a key for this door right here. So, not possible, and possible at the same time, I guess. Super Mario Bros. 3. When I thought of Mario Bros. 3 and no pipes, I immediately thought of that World 8 situation. Because there's all these pipes that you have to go through to navigate through the world map. And even if we don't count that, because it's not a true level, there's a pipe way earlier in the game. 1-4. We have to go through the pipe to get to the end of the level, so again, not possible. Super Mario Land. The first thing that you see entering the first level of Super Mario Land is a pipe. Well, that's not promising, but I don't lose hope yet. Cause yes, there's tons of pipes during the game, probably the most pipes I've ever seen in some levels, but you actually don't have to go through a single one of them. So finally, we get to officially put one game into the possible tier. For real. Super Mario World. When I think of Mario World and pipes, I think of this pipe right there. But luckily, it isn't necessarily to go through that one. There's a couple ones in World 1-1 and 1-2 that we don't have to enter though. But as soon as we want to leave 1-3... oh no. So you can't beat Mario World as well without entering a pipe. Not possible. Super Mario Land 2. Well, okay. Even if we wouldn't let the title screen of the game count, we still run into a lot of pipes during that game that you have to go through. No matter which route you take. Some in earlier levels, and even the final castle has a lot of pipes that you can't avoid. At a certain point, there's always at least one pipe keeping us away from victory. So, not possible. Super Mario 64. Are you for real? Okay, since we didn't count the cutscene in Super Mario Bros., we let this one slide. And I actually have a good feeling about this game. You know, you jump through pictures to get to a new level, there's a lot of doors in the game, and you can decide which missions to beat and which ones not. The only levels that you really have to enter in the game are the Bowser levels. Are you freaking kidding me? Not possible. Super Mario Sunshine. Well, you have to go through this pipe. Through this pipe, and through the... I think they get the point. Sunshine doesn't include too much pipes, but the ones that are actually there, you have to go through them to get to a certain level, or to actually get out of them. So, not possible. Super Mario 64 DS. Not possible. New Super Mario Bros. DS. Level 1-1 is actually super easy again. Does include a bonus area that we don't have to go into though, and we are done. Hope the rest is gonna be a cakewalk like that. Are you joking? Maybe a secret exit? Okay, not possible. Super Mario Galaxy. You can't even get to the observatory before entering a pipe. And this time I can't let it slide, because it's actually a stage you have to play, and it's us controlling Mario. In the tutorial stage you have to go through this pipe right here to lure one of the rabbits out of the pipe and eventually catch it. Not possible. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Okay, I'll let you take a guess. 1-1 is totally beatable and absolutely no issue to beat without a single pipe. It contains some here and there, but they're never a threat, cause we don't need to enter one. But now let's move on to 1-2 and surprise! Not possible. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Okay, so let's start the game, right? Okay, let's not count this one. Just like in Mario 64, we let this one slide. So onto the first stage of the game and, well... I actually have good news for you. It's actually possible to get through this part without entering the pipe, but only if you have skill. As far as I can remember playing the game, and as far as I know speedruns of this game, it actually is possible to never enter a real pipe in a single level. Bad news though, on the overworld map there is not a single way around these pipes in World 3. But do we count that? I'll let y'all decide, cause I honestly don't know. Possible and not possible. Super Mario 3D Land. 1-2. The problem is 1-2. 1-1 is again no problem, but Nintendo really loves to keep the rhythm with 1-2 levels, and there we are. Not possible. New Super Mario Bros. 2. 1-2. The problem is 1-2 again. New Super Mario Bros. U. 1-2. The problem is 1-2 again. Super Mario 3D World. Okay, so let's move on to another 3D entry of the series. Maybe here we'll be finally able to beat another game. Mario Galaxy 2 kinda worked, so why shouldn't the next 3D home console release also work? Luckily, we don't count the intro cutscenes, cause we immediately would have lost again. And cause of the cat suit, we are able to dodge some pipes in the first level, and we can just simply walk above this glass pipe right here. So on to 1-2, our all favorite level. Super Mario Odyssey. Okay, please. I had so much hope when it came to the 3D Mario games before recording this video. So hopefully this one will finally work. Cap Kingdom is actually not a problem, and we only have a few doors to get through. Cascade Kingdom, also a cakewalk. Well, if you would be the world record holder, but it is actually possible to dodge the 2D part of the level and either use the Dino Skip or do that, I guess. And the rest of the game is quite easy without even touching a pipe. Cause in every kingdom there's a lot of them, but there's also a lot of moons scattered around the parts of the world that you can get to without entering a pipe. Actually enough to beat the game. Oh well, the challenge is over right here, I guess. Well, I thought so, cause how to get up this part? Bowser can't jump high enough and there's no way around this part. To make sure I actually fact-checked and I watched the speedrun and... What is this? Well, I don't actually care what this is, cause do you all know what that means? Mario Odyssey is actually possible to beat without entering a single pipe. Possible, without a doubt. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. 1-2. 1-2 is the problem. No, it actually isn't this time. We do have hope. We can go through the first level, and although the second one is quite easy, and the next one, yeah. And this one, another one. Another one! Let's go! Let's go! Are you joking? Oh! Thank you all for watching today's video. Please consider to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching and I hope to see you all soon. Until then, God bless you all. Stay healthy. Bye.